Sample size. Test subjects deployed.
Possible you picked the wrong battle. And there's the takedown! Time to get paid!
Yo, what's going on, guys? In today's video, we are going to go over probably the most insane straight-up boss-killing build. This is not like the sack Zane build, which is an all-around Zane build that can still boss kill. This is for speed kills. This is for fast boss farming. This is probably the best setup on Zane for boss farming right now that I know of. There could be some slight variations to this, and a couple of us have had some slight variations. Nola, FTW, and Garwood, and I all love speed kills and boss killing. So go check out Nola and Garwood. Nola just posted a 32-second Wotan kill. That kind of inspired me to get back onto the speed killing. My fastest Wotan kill on my channel right now is 56 seconds, but I've already beat that time. I'm going to be working on trying to get the record Wotan kill. Right now the record for killing Wotan is 24 seconds on Flak. That is actually with Daquan's Luck Norris Flak build with the Lucky 7. And yeah, I think Zane actually has the potential to match that time or beat that time. I think matching it is more likely or getting very close. So yeah, I think my best right now is 37 seconds, but it just takes times and attempts to grind it out. So we're going to go over this build, and then after I'm done covering the build and breaking it down, I'm probably just going to put a full run through of the takedown with this build. This build can mob and boss, but we do sacrifice tons and tons of survivability. You will go down while mobbing, it's just part of it, but it's not a big deal because you usually get right back up. So yeah, let's get straight into it. Alrighty guys, so let's go over the skill trees and the items. So first, when it comes to the items, I do have to say, this loadout right here is specifically for the speed Wotan kill. You will just want to switch items. Like if you're farming Grave Ward, a Fire Scourge is more than good enough. If you're farming Traunt, a Shock Scourge is more than good enough. The Scourge is probably the other weapon to really complement this build, but you really just want to change your loadout. Another good example is the right element lob will melt almost any boss. There's a couple bosses that the lob isn't good against, but you know what I mean, like when I say that, like you really just want to choose your weapons and loadout. I'm going to go over this loadout for the Wotan fight, but just keep that in mind as your specific weapon choices really just comes down to what boss you're fighting. So first, let's go over the skill trees. It is a pretty straightforward skill tree. We have a ton of points spent into the blue tree, and then we have the rest spent into the red tree. Let me actually take off my class mod so we can go over just the skill trees alone. So basically, as you can see here, we have maxed out every single skill except for Salvation, where we have 1 point, and that is because this is a boss killing build. Of course, you probably always do want a little bit of lifesteal to stay alive. You guys saw during the mobbing areas, we do go down sometimes. It's just part of our plan. We don't really care about that. And yeah, we use the clone to activate our action skill and anointments. Now, when it comes to playing dirty, you will want this. With Seeing Dead on, you want this at least 5 points total, in my opinion. So how many points you spend here is going to depend on your class mod. I would just shave some points out of Violent Violence and Cool Hand, like 1 from each if you need to get to 5 total here, like if you have none on your class mod. And yeah, the last thing is we have Seeing Red. This is to activate playing dirty when we really need it for the speed Wotan kill, and this is also just to run fast out the gate. You know, as stupid as that sounds, but this is actually super clutch. There's a lot of Wotan kills I go for where I will wait until I get past the first shield to activate my second action skill, and that gives us another chance at playing dirty. So this actually can be important in some cases. And one last thing I do want to mention is you see we are actually using Cold Bore. Now, we're actually not using that for the damage at all. Once again, this is for the speed Wotan kill. This skill is not necessary in this build, in my opinion, at all. Although if you do spend 1 point, you can get bonus projectiles if your weapons don't have Sentinel Cryo. Keep in mind, if you have Cold Bore and Sentinel Cryo, you will only get 1 instance of extra projectile, so this doesn't necessarily stack with Sentinel Cryo when it comes to that stuff. But this is, for, like I said, the speed Wotan kill for swapping through our weapons quickly. Garwood has actually played this skill a lot, and he's pretty much shown me that this is kind of necessary for just swapping through like real fast to get those speed kills. So if you're not going for the literal speed kill, best time, blah, 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 then you really don't need this skill at all. You can spend a couple more points into playing dirty. You can spend a couple more points here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But then into the red tree, we have all of our best skills. What's crazy is you notice I actually only spent 2 points into Donnybrook. That is because I wanted the magazine size for some of our launchers. I wanted extra borrowed time. Borrowed time, once again, is important for the speed Wotan kill because we want our Sentinel active through the whole fight. And even without triggering See and Dead and Good Misfortune, our Sentinel should be active for most of the fight just off of its own duration and borrowed time. So yeah. Another thing is, a lot of you might be saying, well, I want the full 5 points in Donnybrook. The thing is, it's not necessary at all because this just adds weapon damage. And with Violent Momentum, when we are doing our slide shots, we get over 450% to 500%, possibly even more. I would have to do some exact calculations, but it's in that ballpark of the damage we actually get from this skill once we are at full speed sliding and shooting. So just adding 3 more points of weapon damage is not necessary at all in my opinion. Plus you're going to get some from the See and Dead class mod. Another thing I want to talk about real quick, if you don't have the See and Dead class mod, this is still the build I recommend for boss farming. The Wotan fight will be a little bit harder and bosses with immunity phases will be a little bit harder. I suggest blowing up your clone every chance you get so that you can reactivate it. And then possibly use the barrier. You can toss this off of cliffs. You can toss this just into the void basically to get it right back to activate your action skills and kill skills over and over again. Another thing I might recommend if you don't have See and Dead is to wear a smaller shield. So that way your shield will fill up and you can get topped off active, which is right over here. Is it in this tree? Yeah. So topped off is going to be the fastest way to get your action skills back. So wearing a smaller shield with fast recharge helps that. And besides that, you want to match your class mod skills to the guns you're carrying. So you notice that we don't have any heavy weapon damage on here, but we do have area of effect on our artifact. So we are actually getting that sort of splash bonus to our launchers. But if you don't have AoE on your artifact, then you would want heavy RPG damage over here, which we do have on this other class mod. It really just depends what you're carrying. Another class mod I really like running is the weapon charge speed, because this allows you to slide and shoot the recursion a lot faster. Weapon charge speed actually makes it so you can spam this a lot faster as well. It's not actually the fire rate, because there does seem to be some sort of like break. See how much slower it is? But yeah, so that's pretty much it for this build. Like I said, the items and the actual weapons you're using, it depends on what boss you're farming. This is actually just a duped quickie. We have 2 quickies, and that's to get through both of Wotan's early phases fast. You guys saw the split phase we got with the recursion. You actually want to wait till the last second with the recursion. The bottom half of Wotan is immune to damage for basically for his animation phase while he's splitting. You'll kind of notice his legs are up off the ground a little bit. Basically what you want to do is wait till both of his feet are back on the ground. I would say it's probably 3 to 4 seconds, maybe 3 seconds or even 2 seconds after, like while he's splitting. You kind of just want to wait for that sort of animation to end and he won't be invulnerable anymore. And that's when you want to hit him with the recursion. It's a little bit hard to time, but once you get it down, it's not that hard anymore. The lob is the best possible weapon for his double shield phase because it lingers. So you guys noticed I shot like a bunch of clips into his first shield phase. Those balls linger through the shield phase and basically just go through both shield phases in one, which is insane. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for this build. Anyways, guys, that is it for the video. Like I said, I am going to put up some clips of the mobbing and bossing sections. I was playing this build on Twitch, and people were asking me for the build, so I figured I'd post a quick video. And yeah, besides that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Go check out Nola, go check out Garwood, and yeah, that's going to be it for me, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.
Says there's an elevator down to the lower levels. Make your way there and be ready for some heavy resistance. I'm counting on you, Vault Hunter.
Vault Hunter's fine! We are compromised! Itching for a fight. Ah. Reinforcements! Vault Hunter at the front gate! Keep them away from the facility! Deathbringer is also my middle name. What a bushel of monkey gets! Cover me! Your parents should be ashamed of you. Deadly.
Yeah, Valkyries have drones. Read a damn book.
That's a good-looking bullet sponge. Ouch!
I will be avenged. The heavens can wait. I see
Wish I
it.
could say that was the first time this week 3 angry ladies tried to throw me out.
Those were advanced mechs, but we're after something bigger. Keep going.
Today,
It ain't a proper bloodbath without Zane. Fire at will, little bud.
Why? Food. I'm burned. Mother. Your motherboard forgive me. Hey now.
Trigger finger's getting tired over here. Come on, come on! Well, look at the state here. No, not me. Shoot him. I live for this! Ouch! Not so big and bad now, are ya?
They fight for me to sing me! Dig me for... Nobody!
Gah!
Now that is definitely your target. Light that giant bastard up.
That subjects required. Increase sample size. Test subjects deployed.
Possible you picked the wrong battle. And there's the takedown! Time to get paid!